Hey guys, Bluebridge here, and tomorrow we face an Armenian team in the Conference League. And I bet if I ask most Chelsea fans, have you ever heard of this team before we were drawn against them in the Conference League? Your answer will be Noah. So, Chelsea versus FC Noah. And yes, they were named after the biblical character Noah. And the reason why they are named Noah is because of apparently the Ark, Noah's Ark, landed on Mount Ararat, which is based in Armenia. So that's why I think they weren't doing so well when they were first formed. I think it was in 2017. So they're a relatively new club, and their new owner changed their name to FC Noah because obviously of that connection. So this is really a David versus Goliath match when we take on FC Noah. So I had to do my research. So they are ranked 284th in European football. And if you're looking at Chelsea actually ranked 10th. Although we're not in the main Europe because of our past glories in Europe, unlike some, like Arsenal. We are ranked 10th. We're still ranked 10th. So we are sitting some 274 places above them in the European rankings. Okay, let's go a little bit further than that. Coefficient points. They have got 4,500 coefficient points. In comparison to us, he's got 96,000 coefficient points. So, according to my maths, that is 92,500 more coefficient points than them. Is that maths? Or 91,500? Maths, yeah. So we are way above them when it comes to coefficient. I'm looking at their players as well. I don't recognise not one single player. They do have some from Brazil. There's 4 players, I think, from Brazil. There's one from Argentina. There's one from Holland, one from France. Apparently this guy from France has been done for match fixing in the past. I think they got one from is it Serbia or one of them countries, Slovakia, I think it is, and all the rest are Armenian. So, but they've played a few games in this Conference League. Their record ain't shoddy. They've actually won 7 games, so they're not novices in this competition. Obviously, they're playing against people from around about their own standard. They haven't met someone of the quality of Chelsea before, and so this is going to be a massive match for them. Although it is a David versus Goliath match. And we're sort of going biblical with Noah, David and Goliath today. But you know what happened? David defeated Goliath. So just because we are the overwhelming favourites to win this game, nothing's a given in football. So if the players turn up thinking, yeah, how many goals are we going to get? I'm looking 7, 8, 9. And they don't come with the right attitude, then guess what? There could be a shock on our hands. So anything can happen in football, but the players have turned up. The players have a point to prove, so I have every confidence that they're going to win tomorrow and win well also. So talking about having to play well, because it was an interesting press conference just a minute ago by Enzo Maresca, and he was talking about some of these fringe players because the reporter asked him about the likes of João Felix, who's doing quite well in this competition. He scored a brace in our last outing against Panathinaikos, and obviously he hasn't had minutes in the Premier League for a while, but he's saying, and also Nkunku was mentioned. He mentioned Nkunku because obviously Nkunku's playing in this competition. I think he's the top goal scorer this season. Or he scored a lot of goals in the Premier League. I mean, not in the Premier League, in the cup games this season. But his reasoning is, look, there's one reason, and that's Cole Palmer. Really, you can't play. He's saying you can't really play Cole Palmer, Christoph, Nkunku, and for João Felix, because one thing, their work rate off the ball isn't good, and that wouldn't give us that balance. And so what these guys need to do, their off the ball work needs to improve. That's the only thing, because on the ball, and Cuckoo, I think he's great, but he doesn't offer you that defensive shield at the top of with pressing and everything else. And that's the same with, as I said, with João Felix. And that's why I think we play Nicholas Jackson, because Nicholas Jackson, he's an excellent presser, and his off the ball work is hard, is really good. And you saw that with Pedro Neto the other day, especially in that second half against Manchester United, how well he worked off the ball. And this is my I mentioned, I did mention in my review that I was coming back to Pedro Neto, but I didn't actually get back to him. And that's what I was going to talk about, not only did he show a lot of good qualities on the ball, I was really impressed with his hard work off the ball, tracking back, winning tackles, and his pace and directness. And so if these two want to get into the side, that's what they need to prove in training, and then carry it through to matches, what they do off the ball as well. You see the likes of your Mo Salahs, your Bernardo Silvas, and people like that, who work really hard off the ball when they haven't got it. And that's what these guys are expected to do. You can't be great on the ball and lazy off the ball. So that's the thing. And he said he felt a bit sorry for Nkunku as well, because we haven't got an alternative striker. He's had to play as a number 9, which isn't really his role. For me, he's more of a 10. There's a rule of thought. Some people in the fan base and others, are interesting idea of putting him into that that position where on the left half space maybe, and where similar to the position where what's his name, Milo Gusto played on the left. And because Milo Gusto is getting into a lot of those half spaces, but his problem is he can't shoot, and he's wasted a lot of good opportunities. So there is a school of thought of why not try and play him there and have like a 3 at the back sort of thing, with Colwell covering that side when he moves forward, and he can exploit that sort of wide area. But again, that's the thing. It comes back to what you're doing defensively, though. He can give us a bit of an edge offensively, but if he's going to play that position, then he's got to work hard defensively, and he still needs to improve that area of his game. So, what else was spoken? I don't think a lot else was spoken about. Maybe there's Tyreek George is in the squad again. He may get minutes. The reason I think he may get minutes is because Jadon Sancho is injured, or he took a knock, so he's not included in the squad. We've got Arsenal coming up at the weekend. Neto played, as did Madueke, so I don't think they'll want to play both of them in the game tomorrow. And so you've got on one side is you're going to have Mudryk, and so the other side, maybe we may see Tyreek George from the start. Who knows? Probably going to put Dewsbury all there, knowing him, so I wouldn't get my hopes up. But he's talking about Mudryk. He did mention a lot about Mudryk as well, and how he's improving, but he still needs to show that progress to be included in the side. So there's a lot of competition for places, and the reason why this side needs to play well is if they don't play well or perform well, then they're going to be out in the next game. So he said we've got to respect the competition, because if you don't see the work rate and attitude in training, then if you don't play on a Thursday, you're not playing on Sunday neither. So that's the sort of hunger I want in the players. I want to see that professionalism and them to respect everything that they are playing in. So it'll be an interesting one. And will the floodgates be opened tomorrow against Noah? That's my last pun for the day. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Stick your comments in the section below. And don't forget, as always, like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I make a new video. So take care.